had about 5 tacos and a quesadilla last night, along with a couple of IPAs. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, so I'm thinking that the next Avengers movie, it's gonna come to a conclusive ending because you got Thor, Iron Man, Captain America, Hawkeye, who else? Black Widow by Scarlett Johansson, which I've run into a couple Black Widows myself. Not the spider, the woman. Heartbreaker right now. But, yeah, so I think Galactus is probably going to be making a cameo in this one. We shall see. But, I'm going to have to do more extensive research because, for a fact, Golden State Warriors were originally Philadelphia Warriors. Did I know that before I actually made the name? No, I didn't, to be completely honest. I don't really watch sports. I like to watch UFC and maybe a little bit of MMA, but even then, I don't like to watch see getting people hit, but it's kind of like chess. Like when you watch someone that's really good at jiu-jitsu or someone that's really good at boxing, you know, we're going back to the whole random number generator thing. It's like with blackjack or with anything, you know, and I'm talking all over the place. I'm well aware of that, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is, you know, we're all put on this earth for a reason. You know what I mean? We gotta go ahead and just not be afraid to try and face our fears and, you know, mean well to others. Because if you honestly want to see good come out of the whole entire world, you gotta, you know, be the change you want to see in your world. Now, with that said, going way off on a tangent, watching actual MMA fighting and stuff like that, it's really interesting to see when people can predict certain moments before they even happen. You know, practice makes perfect. And that's what my dad told me. And, you know, I still believe in that. You know, if there's something that you have a passion for, just apply yourself in it. You know, one of the things I'm going to start working on is my singing voice. I would like to maybe do some vocal coaching, but I'm starting to find a newer sound with my voice, more like probably within like Mike Patton from Faith No More, or there's another band that you guys need to check out. I know there's some subliminal messaging in their songs, a little bit of devilish. They're called Fever 333, but they are good, and Travis Barker promotes them. Fever 333, We're Coming In is one of the songs. We're coming in. Actually, it doesn't sound anything like how I just said, but they, at the top of their lungs, they screamo. Not really screamo though, because they're good. But I'm not saying screamo's bad. Don't even know what I'm talking about. Back to mixed martial arts though. I mean, that's probably one of the only sports that I watch. I will watch basketball with my roommate because my roommate knows a lot about basketball and he teaches me. So I'm like, hey, so what's going on here? And he's like, dude, he's dribbling the ball. And I was like, oh. Doink. So, sorry, I was looking at a bird. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. Like, how many people are actually, like, huge Avengers fans out there? I know it's been overplayed. Like, you've got over 20 Marvel movies. But, yeah, look at it like this. Like, it's cool that we're being provided entertainment within the convenience of our own homes because all those actors and actresses, even though they're put on the spotlight, like, all of them are busting their ass. You know what I mean? Like, apparently from what I've heard to be in an actor's shoes, like, you're sitting on set for hours. I mean, they're either, at least a lot of the main characters, I'm sure, have to constantly act. I probably don't even know what I'm talking about when it comes to acting. I'm just like, oh, you just do one thing, Blue Steel, and then that's it. No, I think there's actually a lot more to it. You know, I'm sure that all of those actors, like Chris Hemsworth, like that guy is a very built, tall, handsome looking man. And, you know, jack of many trades. It's not easy being an actor and an actress, you know, as much as people like to kind of, I'm not saying a lot of people crap on what they do, but, you know, I respect anybody that has a profession in something that they enjoy doing. You know, whether they're a nurse, whether they're an actor, an actress, whether they're mowing people's yards, whether they're trimming people's trees. We're all on this earth for the same purpose. You know what I mean? And that's to work together. You know? Sometimes I can be a little hot-headed, and I like to just be like, leave me alone. But, you know, I don't know, I'm kind of a loner sometimes. Maybe I'm antisocial. Why am I doing this podcast in my car? Alone. Because I had a vision, right, chick from Starbucks? Yes, he had a vision. So, and I do want to make that movie. The name of the movie is going to be called Jesus Christ and Lucifer, and I honestly want Christopher Nolan to direct it. Is that going to happen? We'll see. The odds are not in my favor because Christopher Nolan, I don't know if he's going to come all the way out to the area that I live in and be like, David, so I heard about your screenplay that you barely even wrote. I'm in. So that's in my perfect world. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen, so. But at least I'm still going to write it, though, you know? Because take the good from the bad, you know? Even though I check myself in, I'm checking myself out with a movie. Boom! Yeah. And I also want to give a shout out to my boy. Yeah, so to the listening audience, I'm a bit of a character. I'm a little loopy, rough around the edges. Some people like me, some people don't. That's okay. Just breaks my heart when someone tells me they don't. No, but it does, because I love everybody. Except for people that are mean. I don't like mean people. I'm like, yeah, the sky is blue. The leaves on the tree are green. And I don't like mean people. So, back to the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm not going to tell you guys any spoilers, because the actual movie itself does not... Ooh. Yeah. Beautiful scene with Galactus in there. But are they going to put it in the movie? Fingers crossed, I really hope they do, because Galactus is so cool. Back to my film project, though. I do have a potential brother of mine that wants to maybe help direct it with me. You know who you are. I won't name drop, because he's doing his own thing, but someone that I've known almost all my life, that if I had his help with this, I know we would have something of substance. Would it be a bigger blockbuster hit than The Matrix? Probably not, but why do I feel like it would be up there with it? Because I like to dream big. That's another thing I want to talk about. Dream big, man. Like, don't be afraid. I've been afraid. I'm still afraid. Just gotta do it, though. Is that my stomach? That was embarrassing. I wish... So, what I'm gonna do is, when I'm doing more podcasts like this, hopefully maybe I can get, like, an iPad and just start playing stuff randomly for you guys. You gotta think outside the box. Like, I do things very unconventional. A lot of people don't agree with how I do things, but that's what makes me who I am. You know what I mean? And, you know, I'm going to be honest with you guys. One of the reasons why I'm wearing this cross now, you know, when I got admitted to the hospital, the barcode right in the middle of my wristband was a cross. And that was kind of weird, you know. Pure coincidence? Probably. But it's just odd, you know. Like, that's why I think our paths are predetermined, because... to an extent, we have so much control. And one of the reasons why it's scary to most people is because people don't want to be in the position to where they know that they're being watched by another entity. And I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I know many people that are atheists, and I respect their belief, because who am I to say that there is someone watching us? Because Do I have any factual evidence that there's someone is? No, but I will point out details and abnormalities and coincidences and stuff like that. And like people, the screenwriters for The Matrix even created things like that as well. So patterns, statistics. I took statistics in college, and you just got to recognize certain patterns, because it'll get to a point to where you'll be like, wow, that's pretty cool, pretty unique, pretty interesting. For someone to call you out on noticing patterns, that's kind of wrong of them to do, because what they're doing is they're controlling your mind and telling you you shouldn't be thinking like that. And that's what some of the people that I've been around been telling me. Now, people are only telling you that because they want to make sure that you're not going batshit crazy, which maybe I have my moments where I am, but you got to control it, you know what I mean? And I do. One of my best stress reliefs, I'm not going to lie, I like going on dates, and I like working out, and I like to unwind. I like to have a little bit of whiskey, watch a movie, curl up with a loved one, aka my teddy bear, and, just chill. But, I might end it on that. To be continued. I definitely would like to dive more into my theories if you all are interested. I kind of want to make and do some material that all of you like to talk about or enjoy talking about or want to hear me discuss even more further into. But, what do I like? I like donuts. Sorry. Anyways, I think I'm going to go ahead and enjoy the rest of my day out here in the Bay Area, because San Francisco is just hallelujah. My voice isn't too bad, right? I mean, I'm trying to go for the Mike Patton, like, let's see if I can do it. You want it up? No. But you can't have it. It's in your face, but you can't grab it. See? I'm still not comfortable singing. I'm working on it. Now, when I sang In Sync at my freshman year in high school at James Madison High School, whoever has video footage of that, please toss it in the trash. Was not my best performance. But, Justin Timberlake, man. That guy has gone far. Very talented too. In both acting and singing. Britney messed up. But Britney's another one. Mickey Mouse Club. Now, I was actually having this conversation with a friend. Kid you guys know, and I only heard this through the grapevine, coming from the biggest Backstreet Boys fan. What do you guys want me to sing? More than that? I will love you more than that, and I won't say the word and take the night. Baby, listen to me when I say I will love you more than that. I rate my voice a 5 out of 10 right now. I have days where I'm a solid 7, though, I promise. You know who's another good one? Gavin DeGraw. I'm not going to keep singing because my voice is just not warmed up right now. Or do you want me to? Do you guys want me to sing for you? Okay. And a 1, a 2. Just kidding. So, going back to the Backstreet Boys, this is just jumping from topic to topic, but that's how I roll. Ryan Gosling was actually supposed to be filling in for Nick Carter in the Backstreet Boys. Which, I've heard Ryan Gosling sing. And I'm not saying he's a bad singer, but Nick's a better singer. Now, I'm not going to say who's a better at this or that. Ryan Gosling, what girl does not want to at least smell his pinkies? That was weird. Anyways, I kind of want to smell his pinkies. They probably reek of mahogany wood. Like Anchorman. So you got Justin Timberlake, Britney Spears, Ryan Gosling, a few other people that were in the Mickey Mouse Club. And, yeah. And apparently AJ McLean from the Backstreet Boys had approached Ryan Ryan Gosling and said, hey, you want to be in this band? It's going to be the next best thing. Lou Pearlman was in charge of New Kids on the Block, the Backstreet Boys, NSYNC. And NSYNC, man, like, apparently there was some feud between the Backstreet Boys and NSYNC because the Backstreet Boys first started getting big when they were in Europe. I'm going balls deep in Backstreet Boys right now. I don't even care anymore. But I'll go ahead and give you guys a rich history on them. Just because they've always been I've always been fascinated by their work because they are very talented and they worked as a group and they did such a fantastic job. But a lot of yeah, that's my stomach. Probably because I still need to use a bathroom. Sorry. Yeah, so while the Backstreet Boys were putting their material out there, they had their first album, Backstreet Boys, which some of the songs off of that album were like, hey, Mr. DJ, keep playing this song for me. And then there's, quit playing games with my heart. I won't sing everything. I don't sound good this morning. So that album was released, and then I think one of their first singles was Darlin'. Darling, tell me what to do to make things right. I sound really bad. But, yeah, so they released their album, and then little did they know that there was a side hustle going on in sync with Justin Timberlake. And apparently there was like a jealous feud, and it is what it is. There's competition out there. You just gotta embrace the fact that there's going to be someone else out there doing things equally as well as you, or if not maybe a little better, and no hard feelings. It's just like Justin Timberlake is a bad MF, you know what I mean? Like, he can sing, he can act, and he's got a big heart. And I think the ultimate message that the world's trying to convey is that if you're a good person, you mean well, and you want to do well, you got to be a good person. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to come into situations to where you either pick box A or box B, and you know which one's good and which one's bad. Now, I've been in situations like that many times. I'm very unconventional with the way that I live. Like, I haven't settled down with anyone yet because I don't know. I like to try new things. Trust is very important when you're in a relationship, though. I have the biggest heart, and I think that if once I ever get to the point of settling down, that the person that I'm with, I can trust her, and that's just the way it is. But going on tangents, I'd like to come back to the Backstreet Boys chat. So yeah, Ryan Gosling was supposed to be in the Backstreet Boys, and he respectfully declined because he was just like, I'm good, dude. I don't need to be in a boy band. I'll be honest, I like boy bands. Boys to Men, who doesn't like them? I'm not going to sing anymore because I do not sound good this morning. Like, probably lack of rest from the night before. I wake up and I get excited to do podcasts. That's why I have lack of sleep. It's because I like to live life. Like, I want to go out there and explore. It's not that I'm depressed. Like, I do things that make me happy. I got to have wonderful conversations with my dad yesterday, and we were making up for a lot of missed time, and I get to live in one of the most prettiest cities that I've ever lived in. Am I going to live here for the rest of my life? Probably not, but I'm going to enjoy it while I'm here, Right, Starbucks lady? Yes, chosen one. I didn't say that. Just kidding. She did. I did. But Ryan Gosling, was hitting homers out of the park. Remember the Titans. Denzel Washington, man. Ethan Hawke's another one of my favorite actors. What was that 90s movie he was in? Reality Bites. And Ben Stiller was in that movie too. That was a good one. Ben Stiller's probably one of my favorite actors. My favorite two people together is Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro. Because Meet the Parents... By the way, if you guys don't know, flying is one of the things I'm mostly scared of. I had a very lucid dream that I was in a plane crash. And this was about 3 months ago, and it felt so real. So I was listening or watching Meet the Parents when I was flying from San Francisco to Philadelphia. Worst turbulence in my life. The plane dropped probably, I'm going to say about 100 feet, maybe more, in about the course of maybe 5 to 10 minutes. It just kept plummeting. And, I'm not going to lie. Did I poop myself? Yes. No, I didn't poop myself. But I was so scared. That, thank the Lord, I was watching Meet the Parents while that was going on. Ben Stiller and Robert De Niro together, it doesn't get better than that. Robert De Niro is so funny. There's just something about that guy that I love. And Ben Stiller is just so goofy. Like, if you haven't seen Zoolander, give it a watch. The first time I watched, I had a little FaceTime date with him. Oh, so anyways, back to what I was talking about. Car's super old. Need a new car. We were talking about superheroes. I love wearing my aviators. Just because maybe I had a man crush on Tom Cruise and Top Gun. Anyways, did I say that out loud? I did. Yeah, so what were we talking about? I don't know. You're very stubborn. Thanks. Appreciate it. By the way, she's like right in my crotch. You're welcome. Yeah, so Ethan Hawke. Who's another good one? Training Day. I just love that. I love that movie. Denzel Washington in Training Day is magic, especially with him and Ethan Hawke. Because Ethan Hawke is just like, you know, man, it's just not right that you're doing this. And then Denzel's just like, we good, brother. The first time I watched that movie was with my friend James. James, you know where you are. I've known James since 7th grade. James kind of beat me up in 7th grade one time. Will I admit to it? Sure, I'll admit to it now. I was talking mess on my buddy James in 7th grade because I guess I dated his ex-girlfriend. Not right of me to do. You know, that wasn't cool. But I couldn't beat him up. I was too skinny. That's one of the reasons why I started to work out. It's because people were kicking my ass and I couldn't do anything about it because I'm like, eh. But, you know, I don't like to fight, to be honest. I really don't. Like, I've never in my life have punched someone in the face. And I don't plan on doing that ever. Because I don't believe in violence, you know? And, I think it's just based on how, like, have I been violent before in the past? Yeah, but it's just like you're a product of your environment. I think it's very healthy to make conscious efforts to be a good person. Not to get too deep on this talk, but, you know, being confined in that 8x8 foot room has opened up my eyes. I'm happy that I went through that experience as much as I was complaining, saying I was walking in pee every day. And I was walking in like there was like a couple occasions where I walked in someone's piss and I was just like, ew. I'm like, hey man, I want to take a shower. But it all worked out. You know, the staff did the best that they could to handle me because what are you going to do when someone walks in with a 15-pack of beer and says that they're the son of Jesus Christ? Which, I'm just saying, I don't think that I am. I'm reading the Bible, I'm just like, wait, but if this is speaking in third person and this is that, yeah, I was just trying to make sense of it, you know what I mean? And I'm happy that I experienced it. It opened up my eyes, and only having a crappy TV in my room with no remote. By the way, I didn't have TV for 2 days, which I don't watch TV, but when you take away my cell phone and all my personal belongings, what are you going to do? I just kind of walked in circles. All right, I'll tell you what I did when I was in there. I walked in circles. I did some jumping jacks. I did push-ups. I did a little bit of boxing, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I was just invisible jump rope. Sorry, that doesn't look right. And that's what I did in there. I improvised. And you learn a lot about yourself when you disconnect yourself from social media. Like me being disconnected from social media for 4 to 5 days, that was pretty tough for me. I was like, hey guys, can I get my phone? They're like, nope. Check with your nurse. I'm like, why do I even have a nurse? I'm like, all right, can I get an apple juice? They gave me an apple juice. It all worked itself out, but it's neither here nor there. Yeah, it was definitely a learning experience, and I want to show you my socks. No, that's not a jack-o'-lantern, that's Venom. And it's weird, because when I watch Venom, it strangely correlates with my life. Did I lose the love of my life? I mean, I've loved a couple of women in my life, and everything kind of worked itself out for the best. And did I cry sometimes? Maybe. But, just because I'm sensitive. In the movie Venom, spoiler alert, you can go ahead and skip this. Eddie Brock is the anti-villain of Spider-Man, and he lives in San Francisco, oddly enough. Except he's a reporter, news reporter, which I'm not yet. Could I see myself being a news reporter? Probably. Sure, I don't mind talking. It looks like it's going to be a little rainy out today, guys. How was that? 6 out of 10? Fair enough. Yeah, so he's the anti-villain of Spider-Man, and my man crush Tom Hardy plays Venom, and he did such a fantastic job playing the guy. And it's based in San Francisco. So basically what happens, spoiler alert, just gonna give a little brief pause because I know nobody likes to listen. So it'll probably be a couple of minutes. I'll do my best to make it 2 minutes maybe. So he lives in San Francisco. He's kind of a bum, loser-ish vibe to him. But he's not a bum. I don't even know why I said that. I take that back. Tom Hardy's actually a badass in real life. Dropping some knowledge about this movie that Tom Hardy did where he was like a fighter of some sort. I didn't see it yet, but apparently Tom Hardy's a legitimate motherfucker. Now, that aside, I'm actually a big fan of Tom Hardy. I loved him in the movie Inception. Going back to one of my favorite directors, Christopher Nolan. Hans Zimmer is also another motherfucker. So when I make this movie, Jesus Christ and Lucifer, I want Hans Zimmer to create the sound for the movie. That's if I can do it. Wish me luck, guys. Fingers crossed. And if I could get Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Keanu Reeves all in it at once, that'd be a dream, because I look up to those actors. Right, Starbucks chick? Yes. Oh, you didn't, hold on. Yes. You saw my lips move. Ventriloquist, terrible ventriloquist, that I am. But, yeah, so, it's about Eddie Brock. What happens is he's got to do a story on this guy who's very crooked. Basically, this guy that Tom Hardy plays Venom. Tom Hardy needs to do a news story on this really powerful, you call them moguls if they're like up there. My vocabulary is not that great. But he's got to do a story on this very powerful public figure who runs, I believe, some type of biotech company where they're in possession of alien hosts. And they're using homeless people as guinea pigs. And I even hate to say that because guinea pigs got feelings too. So sorry, guinea pigs. Much love to you guys. But they use these humans as if they're just like another wastely byproduct. And when they use this alien host on these human bodies, it kills the human body. But for whatever reason, it likes Tom Hardy. So this alien host actually works with Tom Hardy's body, which, if I was an alien host, I'd be like, hey, what's up? Let's link up, Tom. You're a cool guy. Let's do it. But like when they're linking with, I don't know why they're making these random people like homeless people, for instance, like, I'm not saying that homeless people are like lesser than anybody. People end up in certain events for whatever reason, you know what I mean? Sometimes it's out of their power. And I empathize and feel their pain. But in the movie, they use homeless people just because they don't have any track record, you know what I mean? Like, if you're going to grab someone with a track record that's got like a family, then of course, whatever company that possesses this alien symbiote is going to get taken to court. But in the movie, it's like they're going to use people of that don't have much of like maybe a credit score or whatever, you know what I mean? And, you know, unethical ways of using other human beings as hosts for them to go and apply whatever alien symbiote that they have. So it mysteriously ends up in Tom Hardy's hands, and in it, before all of this happened, he does a report on this guy that runs this company. He's like the head guy that runs the company, the CEO of the company, and the one that possesses the alien symbiotes. And Tom Hardy does a story on this guy, but Tom Hardy knows that he's kind of a crooked bastard, I guess. So Tom Hardy calls the guy out on his shit in the general public. And that's kind of the beauty of it all. Kind of just the deep messages. Don't be afraid to speak your mind, even though it might put you in the spotlight. Kind of like what happened to me. I was put in a psych ward for 4 days, and look at where I'm at now. I'm pretty happy, pretty content. It is what it is. But like, it's just like, when he did that, he did it out of the good of his heart to look out for other people. But doing that made his girlfriend or fiance lose her job. Made Tom lose his job in the movie. And then it all kind of worked itself out. You know what I mean? So, deep message. I just feel like, you know, I've been laid off since November from the company I used to work for, and it all happened for whatever reasons that it needed to happen. Would I take any of what happened in the past back? No. Everything happens for a reason. Going back to the predetermined paths thing, but I do believe that we can make little alternate like changes. Like, am I going to take the bottom of this off of my coffee? Because my coffee's not hot anymore. But just to make a point, you know, I'm making a conscious effort to take this off of my mug. Now, would I have done that subconsciously? No. But, like, the point I'm trying to make is going back to the theory of maybe having predetermined paths. I do believe it's true. And I do believe that we are being watched by alien entities. There's not just one. I think there's many different types. And hopefully the good ones rule out the bad ones. And I think that's where we come in, you know? Be the change you want to see in your world. And I think the best way to live life is in harmony, you know? Are we under the most efficient, structured system right now? Probably not, but we're under a pretty good one, you know? I live in a beautiful country. Like, I really enjoy living in the United States. It's wonderful. And, you know, I give all of my thanks to a lot of the troops that have sacrificed their lives for us. And I don't believe violence is the answer, but it doesn't change the fact that people put themselves out there just so that we can have a roof over our heads and food in our stomachs. And that is very important to me. So with that said, I think I will end it on that. I just want to say thank you to everybody. Live in harmony, live in peace, and love. Live, love, laugh. What's up? Okay. Now, what is up with that quote? Starfish kisses and mermaid wishes. I'm going to end it on that because I don't even know what that means, but it sounds beautiful. Anyways, much love from Philly to Cali Podcast. Boom. Sorry, that was all crooked. From Philly to Cali Podcast. Boom. All right, one more time. From Philly to Cali Podcast. Also, save $3 a month on your monthly subscription to Loot Crate if you click the link in my website. Love you guys. Have a wonderful day. Happy Friyay. Have a good rest of the weekend. And I'm going to try and do these every Friday. So, much love from Philly to Cali Podcast. Boom.